Hi, welcome to the MEP Scoop, your weekly dose of MEP related information to keep you in the know. I'm Diego,
And I'm Bongai.
and this week we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what your plans are for the summer and how to maximize your time throughout that. Go over a couple options that you have to make the most of it and have a great time while doing it. Vanguy, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say for one, you always want to make sure that you're doing something over the summer. And like Diego said, we'll go over a couple of options. Like for me, one thing that I like to do is research over the summer, because I'm not, in particular looking to go into industry after graduating. So that's something that makes sense for me. And you'll hear the term REU used a lot, which stands for Research Experiences for Undergraduates. And the application season typically opens maybe like the end of the fall semester. So you're looking at like the December-ish range, and then you'll probably start to see some of the apps being due before even like the start of the spring semester for some of them. So maybe like January up until around like March and sometimes April. But it's definitely a great way for you to stay active in the summer. And I know that for me, after my freshman year, I actually stayed on campus to do research at U of I in my research lab. So that's definitely an option. I'd recommend talking to your PI at your lab and seeing if that's an option. But what about for you, Diego?
Yeah, no, that sounds really cool. Research is an amazing opportunity. One thing that I personally love, and I've had the opportunity to have a lot of experience in, has been internships. I really love the idea of getting a bit of experience. It's almost like dipping your toe in the water before you jump in, you know? And I was able to kind of figure out what I like within my major and how I want to apply myself after I graduate. So it's been a really great opportunity to get more experience that way. The recruiting season for internships is typically starting at the end of the summer and it leads towards around the end of first semester. So definitely be on the lookout for next year if you want that for next summer. But if you're going to an internship this summer, be sure to prepare by reaching out to recruiters, seeing if there's anything else you need to do, making sure you have all the right equipment, and make sure to always talk to your boss or host, depending on the style of the internship, to make sure you're meeting the expectations given to you. And I wish you guys all the very best in that. Do you have any other options for things you can do over the summer, Bond Guide?
Yeah, for sure. Something else I know that people do, like whether or not they have an internship or a research experience over the summer, is taking courses. So it's a great opportunity to get maybe some of those gen eds out of the way. I wouldn't recommend taking too many technical classes. I'm speaking from personal experience. I got like absolutely roasted the same summer that I did research. So definitely be sure not to overextend yourself too much, but classes are definitely a great option. Do you have any other suggestions, Diego?
Yeah, definitely. And I can plus one on that. Never overextend yourself over the summer. But one last thing that I really enjoy, and I wish I would dove into more in these past couple summers that I've had, have been personal projects. A lot of people talk about, or I feel like it's a bit of a buzzword in computer science, but it's definitely applicable to all kinds of engineering majors, where you can kind of take some time to plan out and build something that you can later put on your resume. It's really good for getting experience, like just working with your hands or typing with your fingers in some cases. But it really allows you to dig into a certain area, sort of become a mini expert on it. And then later you can use that when talking to recruiters for your research or your internships next recruitment cycle. It's definitely a great opportunity. And I think if you have the time, it's worth sinking some time into. So moving on to RSO news now. For SHIP, we have a pretty busy week ahead of us. Today actually is the start of our RT 24-hour telethon. It goes from 7 p.m. today to 7 p.m. tomorrow, and it's going to be streaming on twitch.tv/ship_UIUC. Definitely be sure to check that out. It's going to be an amazing time, and we already have a lot of corporate sponsors, so we're hoping to really be able to rake in some fundraising this year. On Monday, our secretaries from both our e-board and our RT e-board are throwing a Discord game night to get people more accustomed to the platform. So definitely come out to that. It'll be just a bit of a time to relax, have fun, and hang out with some of your fellow members. On Wednesday, we'll have a parallel sessions on advanced degree careers put on by our graduate development committee. Again, a great opportunity to learn more about advanced degrees and kind of figure out how to navigate that space before you actually need to navigate that space. On Thursday, our RT will be putting on Familia GBM. It is the last official GBM of the year, so I would definitely implore you guys to come out to that. It'll be a great time, and I know they're putting a lot of work into it. And finally, on Friday, we have our ship and stocks meeting put on by our treasurer's cabinet. So if you want to learn more about stocks, trading, and financial management, I would definitely come out to that. But that's it for ship. Like I said, a bit of a busy week.
Man, I should go to your financial literacy workshop because I'm very financially illiterate, but that's another conversation. So for NESB, applications are due for the e-board this Saturday. So tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Make sure you guys are getting that in and you're reaching out to e-board members, especially for the signatures. This is definitely not something you want to wait last minute for, and we are welcoming everyone to apply. The actual elections for the admin zone, so we're talking about like president, our vice president, secretary, and so on, that will be taking place on Sunday. Definitely make sure that you're coming out to that. It will be at 2 p.m. and we need as many people present to vote on the future of our executive board. And then the following week, we have appointment interviews that will be taking place throughout. So there's definitely a lot going on in terms of elections, but in addition, the following week we have NESB week, which is definitely going to be a fun way for people to kind of de-stress and come together, especially before finals and thinking about all the summer stuff and everything. So definitely make sure you come out to a couple of events and have a good time. But that's
Yeah.
all that we have for you guys this week. We hope that you come and join us again next Friday for more MEP related news. And that's the scoop.